So it's April 1st, and I've been sleeping off and on because I have to work tonight. And the kids are gone when Mom went to the beach, and Tyrone went to Hunting Land. And I had a rapture dream. I was first in a school, like I was back in school, and I was in a class, and I was concerned because I realized that I hadn't been going to a math class, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to find out what I have to do to pass because I'm menopausal and I've just forgotten to go to class. And all of a sudden it started raining in the classroom, but it was almost like we were in a mall. And I remember I had a canvas bag and I had my phone, so I was like, oh, all right, it's getting wet. I had on a dress too, I do remember that, like a denim skirt and like a long flowy dress. Anyway, I step where it's not raining, and I put my phone in a Ziploc bag, and we start to leave, and we're like, we got to go somewhere else. And I start walking throughout the mall, and I lose all the people in my class, and I don't really know where I'm at. And then I see a couple of people, and I start talking about things that are supposed to go on in the end of time, like, and this guy says something that makes me think he could be offended or whatever, and I told him that I didn't go to church because my children were basically homosexual, and I didn't want the church to shun them and push them further away because they were already being pushed away. And so anyway, we all kind of centered up in the middle of this high school, which looked like a mall. And we start looking on our social media, and we start seeing things like rapture related that people are posting, like apocalyptic things. And so we start to look, and this guy starts bringing stuff up that is absolutely something I do not believe in. It was hypocritical, and I walked away. And I see people running from the front of the mall / school, like running, and it looks like it's dark outside, and everybody starts screaming. And I'm looking, and I see really weird clouds, and it's thundering, and it's like almost like a storm, but it's not. And I see an iridescent something in the sky, and I start walking out towards it, and I get almost to the door, and I start seeing lights come from the ground to the sky, and I realize it is the rapture. And I run out, and I spread my arms out, and I say, yes, Lord, come for me, take me. And for just a minute I was so scared that he's not going to take me. He does. He looks down at me. He looks down at me. And I can feel that power of him lifting me up. And I feel myself changing. And I raise my arms out and just submit to that wonderful, glorious feeling. And I thank him. I thank him the whole time. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. I love you. I love you, and I bless your name. And I get to heaven, and it's weird. It's like I'm walking into another mall, and I see some people I know, and I see Amy Oliver, and she reaches out to hug me. She says, I've been waiting on you. And I'm looking around, and I realize my family's not there. And all of a sudden, I'm back down, and I'm driving my vehicle back home, which is a dirty bus. It needs to be washed, and I park under a garage, and I see Tyrone's truck pulling up, and we're running in, and I was like, oh my gosh, Tyrone, this is it. It's happening. All the while the clouds are swirling around us. It's like tornadoes, but they're turned upwards, and they're roaring, and there's things going on. It's like I can see the earth in the sky. And I'm trying to get the house in order. We realize the kids aren't there. I'm like, the kids are at school. You go get Charlie. I'll go get Nora Kate. And then I'm like, no, they're with Mom at the beach. And he comes back with realization because we just don't know what to do because it's so crazy outside. It's chaos. And I'm trying to call Mama and I can't even get my phone to work. I'm trying to get out of these apps and it's like I can't get to the number. And I call Mama, or he gets her, he airdrops her some kind of way, and he's like, here, come talk to your mom. And I finally get her on the phone, and I'm telling her, I'm like, Mama, well, how is it like over there? She said, well, it's like how it's supposed to be in Florida. The weather's crazy. It's unpredictable. And I'm looking out the window and I'm like, no, Mama, no, this is different. This is not the weather. This is different. This is different. I see demons in the clouds. And she starts crying. And as I'm walking by the windows, trying to close them, shut the door, the minute I walk by a window, a demon looks at me, a dragon almost. And it looks like it's chastising me for even looking outside. So I look away and I walk away. And it's just utter chaos. Utter chaos. And it's like I was raptured and then I wasn't. And I know it's because I'm worried about my family. And I don't want to go without them. I want to go. I do. I want to go. But I don't want to go without them. So I feel like I need to stay with them. And I don't want to because I'm so scared. Because I know what's coming. And it was really bad. And people were so scared. And there were not many people going up. There were not many lights going up. And they were running because they didn't realize that it was the best thing that could ever have happened to them. They were running away. They were running away. Then I could see Christ in the clouds. I could see him in the clouds. And he was picking. He was handpicking people. He was handpicking a few people. There were so few of them. It was so dark and scary. And then I realized like how people could think it was an alien abduction because not everybody could see Jesus. Only some people could see. And you knew when he was going to pick you because he looked at you. And you had this look on his face. This look on his face. Like you knew he loved you and he was proud of you. And he picked you. And you were so brave. It was so... You knew he was picking you. You knew it was time.